Hi, Redheaded Riding Hood here, Red for short. This is an interesting one from William Barclay's Daily Celebration. Dilettantes. Does anybody know what that means? It means someone who pursues something without real knowledge of it. Just sort of, I guess, flippantly. And that's the title. I had to do a journey of more than 400 miles by car in one day. This is interesting because he lived in England, in the UK, in the 1960s, 1970s. So this is the olden days. I sometimes have gone 1,000 miles in a day, but I don't recommend it. So it's too far. I've sort of shortened that. And on my trip to Philly, I usually go like 700, 800 miles in one day because it's 25 hours there. So I go 13 hours, 14 hours in a day. It's a long drive. 400 miles is a long way, far too long a way to drive a car in one day. Some people who drive RVs, I didn't try to drive that far in my RV in a day. I would mostly do probably 5-6 hours. I know I do now I do St. Louis to Denver in a day, and I would do like Macon, Georgia to St. Louis in a day, and that's like 13 hours. But in my RV, I would do I did St. Louis to Denver in 2 days. So 5-6 hours a day. So, and naturally I was in a hurry. During that long drive, I could not help noticing that I was held up by two kinds of drivers, two kinds of people. I was held up by heavy lorries. The lorries could not possibly go any faster. These are trucks. And their drivers are the most courteous drivers on the road. These drivers were making the best speed they could, but there were also people who are really a nuisance. They are of two kinds. There's the man who drives a steady 30 miles an hour who would claim to be the safest driver on the road. Even worse, there are people who are obviously out for pleasure. They drift along slowly, totally relaxed, gazing around. There's a parable of the church and its members here. We have those who are not very good church members, but who are honestly doing their best. Sometimes we think it would be nice to have a kind of standard of church membership and to insist that all should conform to it. But clearly we can't do that. And then we owe sympathy and help and encouragement, not criticism and irritation. But we have the other kind of church member. We have the kind who are very slow and very safe, quite unadventurous, who won't be hurried, whose battle cry is, "We never did that here." They hold things up because they refuse to move any faster, and they can come near to breaking a minister's heart. Worst of all, we have the members like the drifting drivers out for pleasure. We might call them Dilettante Christians. They drift comfortably along, continuously holding up those who want to get the church somewhere. For them, religion is a saunter and not a pilgrimage, a drift and not a drive. It is the stragglers who hold up the traffic on the roads and who, with their dilettante Christianity, hold up the church. So that's a very interesting one. I'm going to go live tonight at 5:30 Central, no, 5:30 here in Denver. So it's 4:30 Pacific time. It's 6:30 Central time and 7:30 Eastern time. Okay, so in a little bit, before I go live, I have to go to the store. So I will see you later. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.